If you are someone who comes across my videos, then you are probably someone who works on yourself, whether that's a therapy relationship, a journaling practice, a meditation practice, plant medicine, any and all of the above, and probably 20 or 30 others. So you are the one I want to talk to right now. I want to give you some pointers around the distinction between working on yourself and beating yourself up. The thing is, when I say it like that, it seems ridiculously obvious that the two are not the same. However, in practice, in actuality, very often people confuse working on themselves with beating themselves up. Here's how it might happen. You judge yourself for something that you either have done or haven't done. You know, I should take more walks, I should exercise more, I should eat better, right? Now, anytime you say should, we call that shoulding on yourself, okay? Catch that and remove that out of your ways that you talk to yourself. It's simply not helpful. Yes, you should, quotes, right? Do things like brush your teeth and things like that. But I still invite you to rework that out of your vocabulary. I want to brush my teeth every day. I want to take a walk several times a week. You see, I intend to is another way of bringing that language into a kind to yourself way of self-expression and intention for who you want to be and the kind of work that you want to be doing on yourself, with yourself. But so you'll say, oh, I should do this, or I really wanted to go to the gym today, but I didn't. What's wrong with me, right? Now, some part of you is like, oh, I'm aware that I haven't done this thing. I haven't, taken better care of myself or something, right? And then you go, oh, okay, I'm working on myself. I'm being aware, right? The awareness, yes, but the self-criticism, and very often it moves into self-punishment. That's not helping you, and that's not actually working on yourself. And I really invite you to feel into the difference in your day-to-day when you end up doing something like that to yourself, within yourself, where you catch yourself in that self-critical moment. Because here's what else happens, okay? When you judge yourself in this way, criticize yourself, now you've lessened, you've decreased a little bit of your energy. You've decreased it because it takes energy to you take away your energy when you judge yourself. So now what happens? You've ended up a little bit lower, and now you are going to have to work yourself back up. Okay, you're going to have to. Now, I'm not talking about something that you're consciously doing, but this just happens, okay? Your energy is going to have to get rebuilt. Now, when that happens, if it is conscious, or if you catch yourself at this, like, oh, now I feel like crap, and now I have to go, text a friend or journal or something like that, you may mistake that for working on yourself. And I should actually correct myself here. That is working on yourself. But do you see how if you've lowered your own energy and now you're having to build it back up, yes, the moving it back up is working on yourself, but you're actually having to rebuild yourself from having taken yourself down a few nuggets of energy from where you were originally, right? So now if you, let's say, do catch yourself in this space of, oh, I really meant to, right? Working on yourself in this space would be something like, okay, I intended to do something good for myself and I neglected it. Can I give myself grace for why that might have happened? Can I also be really, really, really honest with myself about what genuinely happened, right? Is it because I was just truthfully so tired, I did not want to push myself? That's a different kind of understanding of why it didn't happen. Because maybe originally you were telling yourself you're supposed to exercise because it was you pushing yourself beyond what your body can handle. Or was it, you know what, every time I exercise, I have all these feelings come up and I just didn't want to feel them today. I don't have it in me, right? That's very honest. And that is such deep work on yourself. When you can face that within and you go, you know what, I just didn't have it in me today. That's not the same thing as letting yourself off the hook. Do you see the difference? I really invite you to feel into this and just going about your day, think about and feel into those moments where you are genuinely asking yourself about the truth of who you are versus those moments when you judge yourself, criticize yourself, which is, by the way, very often an old voice that comes from one of your parents or teachers, caregivers, where you've internalized the fact that criticizing and judging yourself is the way to go, and you don't even catch it. You don't even realize that it is self-criticism and judgment. So I hope you can hear those waves. We just had a boat come through. So if you have trouble with this, it's understandable. We are not taught to think this way. This culture very often teaches us that going harder on yourself is the only way, and it's simply not. If you are interested in working deeper, working into these spaces within yourself where you can transcend the self-critical part, you can find ways to relate to yourself in a completely different way, which is called transformation. I am a transformational coach. I call myself a consciousness catalyst because that is what I help people do. Check out my website, sacreddreamalchemy.com. Thank you for watching and so much love. I'll see you in the next video.